Swear we're live.
Hello, everybody. It's Tony, and we're on the War Room. We're on my channel today, so it's my show today. We already have quite a few people in the chat, but today we have me, we have Ruff, and we have our special guest of the Blue Tweezers. Hey, Blue Tweezers, how's it going?
Hey, not bad, not bad, not bad. How the two of you doing?
Not too bad, as we say over in
yes,
in Old Blighty. Not too bad.
I'm fine.
Yeah,
you're fine. We're all fine. We're just fine.
Yes.
No, I'm doing pretty good. Thanks. Yeah, doing good. And was an interesting week for sure. Had some fun stuff, and we had our Wednesday show. That was fun with the Players Aid. We had a great time with the Players Aid, and yeah, everybody. So let's see who's all in the chat, because we got quite a few people. We have good old Patrick from Patrick's and Tacticals and Tutorials. So Patrick, I will get back with you. I was trying to rage something with him to play something, and life gets in the way. You know how that is. So got Charles, Herman.
Oh, Herm.
Yep. Meandering Mike. Me and Mike had a great conversation the other day. He's sending me some education books, so that's kind of cool.
You need it.
Yeah, I need it. Yeah. Jeffrey Edwards, Charles,
yeah.
Braun. How's it going? Beats Cafe.
Yeah, you got his name right for once.
Yep. Michael, Harold,
yeah.
Kyle.
All there.
Berticelli. Or Berticelli. Yeah. It goes both ways, if I remember right.
Oh, does it?
Phoenix Knight. So hope everything's going well. I'm away for a few minutes. Hey, just saying hi. Appreciate that.
Yep, good.
John Haley. Evening. He's obviously from your guys' neck of the woods, if I remember right.
The best part of the world.
You missed Stephen out, so yeah.
Did he slipped in between?
Right, yeah. Hi,
Stephen. Yep. Stephen. Yep.
I know you've been avoiding him.
Did you get William?
Oh God, yeah. See,
he speaks very highly of you.
It's falling.
He speaks very highly of you.
Yeah.
It's a car crash, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, Patrick, educational books, is that a weird way to say game rule books? No, they're actually textbooks on teaching, on education. As we talked about previously, I actually am headed back for my master's in education and teaching history. That's the official title. I'm started back up in May. So I'll have 2 masters, which I think equals a doctorate. So people should call me doctor.
No, it doesn't. They used to say that to me. Oh, I'm going for too much. No, it doesn't. No.
And actually, I don't want to go for a doctorate. And even if I did, I wouldn't have anybody call me doctor.
That would be funny. We'd call you the quack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what they always say about doctors. They know as you go up the sort of academic tree, you get to the doctors, and you end up knowing more and more and more about less and less and less.
Yep.
Yep.
So that is true by all means. But I always say that because my wife does have a doctorate. Groucho's here.
Hey.
Oh, hush my mouth.
Oh, she's got a doctorate in physical therapy, so she's actually.
Once you come down, you have to write a thesis.
So, Alistair, afternoon. For some reason, the War Room seems particularly refined today. I'll take that as a compliment.
No, it's because of the other side of the pond.
I'm here, refined. I'm here. He's calling refined.
Yeah.
Do the 3 associate's degrees equal a master's too? Hey, why not? Let's do that.
Let's do it. Yeah.
So, but there's always Doctor Who. So,
or the master.
Yes, he only got his masters. He wasn't a doctor.
Yeah.
Yes,
I love teaching. Well, I love teaching, but I also love learning at the same time, which is, I think, one reason why I really enjoy this hobby. I've learned so much. I learned so much by playing these games. A lot of times the history. Sometimes I like to find subjects I know nothing about.
All I learn when I play new games is how to play them incorrectly. But apart from that, it's good fun.
Hey, if you have good fun, then did you really play it incorrectly?
No, I don't care. I make it up as I go along.
There you go.
Especially when
it's my box. I can do whatever the hell I want with it. So now, Tweez, I noticed you have done some above Britain, Skies Above Britain recently.
Skies
Is that
Above
correct?
Britain, yes.
Yeah.
GMT.
How are you liking that, by the way?
Yeah,
we had
I
this
like
chat
it.
the
I
other
like
day.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had I just did a sort of impromptu. I haven't been able to do a lot of sort of organized stuff since before Christmas. So occasionally
please,
I've just gone.
Please tell them who turned up when you did your live stream.
Oh, yeah, we'll do.
Ooh.
So it was the idea of at some point I just get in a fit of pique. I go, right, turn the bloody camera on and let's just play something. So I did that. I think it was a week ago. Was it? It was Skies Above Britain in the middle of a one chapter campaign, and thought I'd do a patrol. And so sort of started playing it, and Ms. Gina Willis appeared in the chat.
Yeah, in the chat.
And it was like, oh, right, okay, and which was useful because she actually corrected me on something, and Mike was there as well. So they both corrected me on something I was doing wrong, of course, because I was.
That's a football player for you right there, by the way.
Yeah.
C's equals degrees.
Football.
That's an American football player.
American
football.
football. Sorry,
football player. Yeah.
No, I think it's F's for British football players, isn't it? So
yeah. But yes, no, I quite like it. I think I probably prefer it to the Skies Above the Reich, Storm Above the Reich thing. I mean, firstly, let's face it, you're on the right side for starters.
Yeah.
So that's a big thing, And but the gameplay and the decisions and stuff, there's a lot more to it. It's more intricate, but less tactical. There's a bit more planning to it. Then there isn't that much in Storm and Skies Above the Reich. It's more sort of get there as soon as you can with the Mostas and then just charge at the bombers kind of thing. Whereas here you kind of have to work out, to get to find the thing, get to it, intercept it, who's going for the escorts, who's going for the bombers, that kind of thing. And usually it turns out very badly, which that did as well. I lost a pilot. I did get a straggler, but didn't actually get to intercept the raid at all. The 109s kept me off. Kept my Hurricanes off the bombers. So I ended up with downing one Stuka and then lost one of our pilots. Actually, he didn't die. He was wounded. He did die. He went into he went into the
hospital and died.
Turned into no. Actually, no. He died in the air with a bit of a fireball event. He had a fire. Yes.
Fires in airplanes and subs just don't go very well.
No.
Yeah, rolling that one.
Alistair's asking any thoughts on how the time with RAF works. We had a chat about this as well. You haven't got it, have you?
I haven't got RAF. Never played RAF, so can't help you there. Sorry.
I'll have to wait till I do mine. But there is some channel stuff which is in RAF, isn't there? There's channel escorts. So and that crops up
it's the channel patrol in Skies.
Yeah, that crops up in RAF
interception. Yeah. But it's tough. It's tough stuff. One thing I did find out is that your Hurricanes run out of ammunition if they intercept the bombers. You start shooting the bombers, and everything's just runs out of ammunition. You go, oh well, never mind then, and head off home. Even if things have gone well, you don't hang around long because you don't have the ammunition. But they're only little fighters, I suppose.
Yeah.
No, I think it's very good. I think it's very good.
Yeah. I've got a full chapter in, and I really enjoyed it. I killed off a lot of people, but pilots wise. So I think I've had to replace about 3 or 4 of them with the whole chapter, which that might be actually pretty good when it comes out to it. But no, I really enjoyed it. I do agree with the tactics because it's like what you think might be good is actually you got to really read the tactics, and coming from behind is actually the best. Although they say a lot of times they came from the sides, and that was pretty damaging too. But you never want to come from them at the front. It just does not seem to work very well. So,
yeah.
I was reading something in there, and also I know that the Hurricanes or the Spitfires, they don't have that much ammunition. You can't just go all out and go for that one. So I was reading about that, and I was like, that's why you run out of ammo so quickly. When you're attacking those fighters, or the bombers, it's just not. You run out of ammo so fast, which is really cool. So, So what, Ruff? What you've been playing? So I know you've got that devil thing running around your house.
Crikey, yes, as I mentioned, Dr. Doolittle, as I now call my wife, any waif or stray. We've now got a cat. The worst thing a gamer can have in the house, in my opinion, of course. And it's lived up to all expectations. It's seen this table and the other one over there and go, oh, lovely. Up it goes. And I was recording Task Force, doing the third scenario. And if on the other side of the counter, there's a sort of substantial damage, all smoke coming out the ship and all that sort of thing if you turn it over. So I was recording, had to take a break. The cat has got up there in the meantime and moved all the counters. So I've come back and did a drop kick, got it out the room, and not really, just joking, and put the counters back, started recording, and then I've gone to edit it and look through it, and one of the counters has been turned upside down. So the Allies ship has got substantial damage, and so I had to stop it and do it again. So it's been great fun. Otherwise, it would have been the third part of that out this week, but you have to wait till next week to get that. And then I've got to work out how to play it two-handed.
Yeah. There's probably you're pretty creative, I think.
Yeah, I think we'll
we'll
give people an idea, because in the next one, it's not a tutorial. You're playing a sort of real carrier game, carrier against carrier. So there'll be air warfare going on as well. There'll be caps, and raids on when you spot the carrier task force. There'll be raids to go and sink it. So it looks good fun. But then I'm looking forward to Carrier from Compass Games. Looking forward to that. That should be here hopefully in the next week.
Oh, the Philippine Sea one, the Carrier Philippine Sea.
Yeah. I've got that coming as well. Yes.
I have
got Eldritch Horror out, so I'm having a little plod around with that as well.
Oh, okay.
Take a break just to clean the palette.
Is that Eldritch Horror Pacific version? Is it?
Yes. Those Japanese Cthulhu type monsters.
Launch a carrier attack on Relia.
Yeah.
Hey, you can do that. You actually can do that in a particular game. I actually have that expansion. I have that expansion.
A certain DVD game, yes.
Yep, they have the Cthulhu expansion, so you can actually attack Cthulhu. I haven't tried it, but I bought it just because I think they were no longer printing it anymore. So I just wanted to make sure I had it just in case. Like I could never get it again, and for some strange reason, all of a sudden I want to send some F-18s at some Spawn of the Goats or some of the, some of the good stuff on that.
Rise of the Elder Things,
Reasonable.
I do love the Arkham. I do that. Love that
fun.
stuff. That
it's nonsense. And
that mythos is really, really cool.
Yeah.
It sucks that the creator was a overt, outward racist and misogynist, but
who's that then?
What?
Wasn't that great a writer either, to be honest?
Some of his stuff's pretty good. H.P. Lovecraft.
H.P. Lovecraft, not the actual not the designer of the games.
No, not the designer. The actual author of it. Yeah. Some of his stuff was pretty good. I've read quite a bit of his stuff, and the writing was actually for a horror. And of course, he is considered the first horror writer.
1920s, It's mind you, you had Bram Stoker before that.
Yes.
And Frankenstein.
I think he's considered the
Shelley,
first of the modern day horror authors. So, because he was from the 20s and stuff like that. So, so playing Aces of Valor from Legion, not a crunchy game, but seems like a lot of fun.
Everybody says that. When you say not a crunchy game, it means it's easy to sort of get into. Everybody says it's good fun. Yeah.
You know what's not a crunchy game, but a lot of fun. A future release by that company that I shall not name because I don't want to start drinking quite yet.
I'm stuck. It's 9 o'clock. It's 2:30.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, we're good. Let's see.
Lockheim and Load.
So Lock and Load. So I actually did a live stream with the upcoming GameFound release, which OG is in the house. He was on with me and helped me out. He said I did a pretty good job. Didn't miss really anything. But it's the JU Stuka Ace. JU Stuka. JU87 Stuka Ace.
Tinker. You
I know.
tinker.
I don't get to keep that one. I have to send it on.
I'll
But,
expect it. I'll expect it in a couple of weeks then.
I'll have it afterwards.
But no, it's really a lot of fun. There's a lot of, for a solo game, there's a lot of choices. There's tons of theaters that you can go to. There's some like stretch goals for a China one and a Spain one. So yeah, Tim was in there. So that was really fun. Dwayne's in the house. Hey, Dwayne. But OG says they got approval from GameFound. They just don't have the date quite yet for it to be out
Good,
there.
right.
It's still really cool. Devil Dogs. This was the game that Alexander Grant were talking about on Wednesday night. So it's one of those things, like if you really like the game or really want something, because they were saying that the rulebook could use some help. As you just kind of sit there and figure it out as you're going through it. So
yeah, but you shouldn't have to do that, should
yeah.
you? We've got two designers in the house, in the chat. Knock their heads together, come sort it out, guys.
Yeah. So OG's still in, since GameFound is not given the release date for Stuka game, but they're hoping soon. So I can tell you what, it's an auto buy, guys. Seriously. Quality's good, markers are good. It's standard quality. I'm not sleeving the game because it's not mine. But you really don't need to. The cards are good and thick. Like, they're not going to get damaged or anything like that. So, because Zilla Blitz had this.
Sorry, I don't care what you say. The reason I haven't got point blank on the table yet. One of the reasons is because the bloody cat put me behind. The other reason is I want it sleeved, and I can't afford 800 sleeves at the moment. So I'm getting them bit by bit. Once that's done, we get it on the table.
Once that game's out, I think the War Room should do a competition for everybody on who does the best Jericho trumpets impersonation while they're playing.
You're talking about the Stuka one, the Stuka game.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, that's terrible.
I know. It's more of a scream, but I just didn't want to do that. That was just a normal 50-pound bomb. That's all that was. That wasn't the
okay.
That wasn't the Stuka. Yeah.
It wasn't a 1,000-pounder then. No.
Latorra had that flu. So
yeah, keep it over that side. All right. I don't want it over here.
Yeah, no kidding. Stay away from me. He's not that far away. Stop blowing it towards me.
I hope you're feeling better.
In the Battle of Tanga, shouldn't you be like getting malaria or something like that, or being attacked by bee? No, it's bee stings, isn't it? The Battle of Tanga, wasn't it? Yeah. The
OG says that's a great idea. The sound who can do that sound.
I think so.
Said, that's a great idea. Yeah.
I think so.
So Alistair's still prowling around Labatai.
Yes, they are.
Maybe we could do a charity tape or something of all the Jericho trumpet impersonations. Yeah.
What, for them not to hear it? For them not to hear it, we're threatened to
possibly.
Play it,
two options.
Yeah,
2 options make double the money. To hear it or not to hear it. There you go. You don't have a choice. Then you have to pay. Works for me.
This is what I did, by the way. This is specifically what I did. But you're not shuffling all the rest of them.
I know, but you know me. It's
And then you're gonna have to unsleeve them for when you video them.
No,
because
I spend 3 hours sorting the lighting out.
Dysentery, maybe.
Beg your pardon?
I got a load of sleeves last year at the UK Games Expo, and I thought they're clear ones and they're very tight ones, and I thought they were really good. And I tested them against one of my Euro games, and it seemed fine and everything. But every single game I've got after that has got cards. It's about 2 millimeters too narrow. The cards.
Oh no.
It's American size.
They're
American size cards.
It was like, because they're all 90 millimeters, the card, and these sleeves are 88 millimeters.
Oh,
why? And of course, you don't realize it at the time. You buy it and think, okay, that looks about the same, the right size, and it's not.
That's standard size.
Is it?
Yeah, I know them. Look, I've got them all. Look, I've got them all.
Oh, okay. Oh, right.
Tim is asking if there was a sleeve shortage. Ruff, is that because of Point Blank? There's a sleeve shortage. Is that
I tell you what? I went to order some, and people I normally get them from, they're sold out. So they'll get some more in. But crikey, I've got some games to sleeve.
Well, yeah, it also may be
Spruance
Jester's.
leader.
Yeah. Oh, crikey. Yeah.
Spruance leader.
Yeah. You're never gonna
Again,
get that back in a
you're
box.
not shuffling those cards, so
I
why bother?
know, but I like them sleeved. I just do. Yeah.
Or no. They turned them all into baggies now.
Oh,
Yeah, standard is poker
that's
sized.
right.
Yeah.
Magic
So,
the Gathering
you-
size. Yes.
You could come up with dual use. They could be a counter bag, or they could be a card sleeve. If you get the design right, and you could, switch
Mhm.
between the two.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. So I didn't do anything else. I finished my Stalingrad game. I published
What do
that
you
up
think of
last
that?
Saturday.
What do you think?
Loved
I've started
it.
to watch it. I haven't seen it all yet.
Mhm.
It's over
I-
here now.
the only impression I got from watching it, Tony, was you really can't roll dice, can you?
You just
Sorry, I couldn't
realised that.
concentrate on the
It's-
game. I was
Yeah.
rolling on the floor from all the ones you were rolling. It was great.
Yeah, I needed, yeah, exactly.
That was
Matter of fact,
terrible.
somebody posted a comment on the video and said, "Boy, I thought you were just kidding about how badly you roll dice."
No, he's not.
Nope, I'm not. Although I will say,
this entire Panzer division you attacked. Some poor hapless Russian then rolled a double 1. It's like
Yeah.
brilliant. And they rolled an 11.
11, yeah, that was just
Like-
like that. That was my luck. I'm like, what can I do?
I just love the way you didn't turn a hair. Just went, oh, that's bad.
He's so used to it. You see, he's so used to it.
Well,
That's
I think
that's
they won
that's,
that.
that's my British coming out in me, because I have I'm mostly Scottish and Irish, so I've got that British in me a little bit. So when bad things happen, I'm just fine. Yeah, it's
You
good.
do a shrug, don't you? Go, oh well.
Can't do anything about that.
Keep calm, carry
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. Well, I will tell you, the dice did start rolling a little bit better for me in second and third part, but
Oh, right,
it
okay.
wasn't
You got the
enough to
first.
kind of recover all the way. I was very optimistic all the way through. So
Yeah. So
That's
when
true.
when the Russian
video
when
evidence.
the Russians
yeah.
surrounded you at Stalingrad, it was a bit of a relief, really. Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yes.
So
I'll hide the shame.
one on the I always have one on the mind, so it keeps getting. Yeah, I just keep thinking I need
Yes.
once.
He's
Yeah.
slightly better with card pulling. So
Yes,
you know.
yes, that's part of it. I haven't crashed in Stuka yet, so that's good. I'm through 6 missions now, and each theater it can vary between 4 to 6 missions for each theater. Actually, some of them are a little bit larger, but most of them you're only there for a certain period of time. So you start out in Poland, and this is what I liked, and I talked to Devin about this, is the game sets you up so you don't fail in the first turn. Or you shouldn't fail in the first turn.
So it lets
There's
you
still a
get going.
possibility.
So it lets you get going.
Yeah, it lets you build up experience. It lets you rank up. It lets you get experience points. And I was telling Devin that I kind of get frustrated when I have solo games where Rommel, it just comes to mind where
Don't mention
you-
Rommel.
yeah,
Shush now.
yeah, I'm done with it. I'm over with it.
Have you not realized, Tony, that this is why they were asking you to playtest it?
to make sure it wasn't good.
To make
if you
sure you
could-
can't completely screw
Okay.
up right at the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
It was so somebody was going to do it.
with your bad
So
die
here's the
rolling,
funny thing about Stalingrad. So I was like, because you have reinforcements that come in on turn 3. Well, they come into 2 spots, and you cannot overstack. So stacking's 4, and you already have 4 in those from the starting, or it's a turn 2. You get, and they said, the designer said that it's a 2% chance that you don't get out of there, and that you have to push the reinforcements back a turn. I was the freaking 2%.
Yeah, this is
There
why
you
this is why they should send you games, because you can break them with your die rolling. They've not thought of it, you see. And then they go, crikey, there's such a small chance of doing this. You send it to Tony.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
No, I will say Devin did tell me, and I could care less, but he did tell me that he crashed on the first mission of the first game. because you're a Stuka, so you dive in and you have to pull up. Okay, so there's a check to pull up successfully, and you can choose whether you do a high, a medium, or a low release, and each one has certain modifiers. Like if you go with the high, it's gives you a +1 on the pull up. If you go the kind of like the middle one, it gives you a -1 on the pull up, but a +1 for the release, which is kind of like the hit. Oh yeah, the very first mission I flew, I did end up crashing. So yes,
And this is the man who told us when we were watching their live stream a while back, saying, "Don't go for a low dive first off because you haven't got the experience. Go for a high dive."
Yeah. I think he was trying to break it to see how good it was. So yeah. Again, because the cards.
Sticks in.
Stig's in.
Yeah, Stigo's in. My personal man crush. Stigo is here. Brilliant.
Careful.
Yeah, I just moved into France, so now I'm starting to. So you basically don't run into too much in Poland. It's pretty easy, and historically speaking, it wasn't the hardest by any means. I mean, it's like a heavyweight fighter going after the guy at the bottom type deal, and so but you learn the game that way. It's kind of a tutorial, as Devin has said. It's a tutorial. It's like a tutorial series, so you can get real good at it and figure it out. And then you hit France. Yeah, then you hit France, and that's a little bit harder. And then you get Britain.
Yeah.
You get to Britain.
By the time they get to us, we've worked out how to deal with them. You see, so
so he was saying you hit Britain and Russia, and then you're lucky if you know that's slow. I'm like, I told him I'm waiting for the game to bite me in the ass because these games always do. So, but no, the Stalingrad was really good. I really enjoyed it. There's a lot of decisions. It's a great solo game. There's some really good mechanics in it. I was very, very happy with it. Nice smaller footprint too, because it's only like 4-board map, hard mounted, so that's really nice.
Oh, it's a mounted map, is it?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And there's 2 scenarios. There's the scenario I played, which is 9 turns, and then they have a short 5-turn scenario.
Second half of the scenario, isn't it?
No, it's the extended. It's the 5 days afterwards.
Oh, right.
So you can do those, which is obviously harder, of course, because you're getting into the urban warfare, the heavy urban warfare on that, which is there's some serious modifiers on that. But what I do love is that they have great defensive. So when you flip over the Russian counter, there's a defensive tactic that you go against the first time you face it. So
sorry, but Stig turns up. Now we've got a Stuka masterclass going on in the chat.
Not at the beginning. That was on a later Stuka. The first Stukas did not have that, but yes. Oh yeah, okay.
My toilet's got an automatic pull-up feature.
Yeah.
So don't walk out and embarrass everybody.
Yep.
So I mean, look, this.
Yeah.
Go guys.
Yeah, they were slow. They were, and they don't climb well, but boy, they can dive.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Stalingrad. It's also a good deal. It's only $40 US until March. Until the end of March.
50 something quidleys over here, and I'm looking at it.
That's still not bad because that's
not
how much
bad for a mounted map game, you know. So.
Yeah. So and the counters are really they're larger counters too. They're not the small teeny counters. They're
not half inches.
Yeah, they're decent sized counters on it. You get 8 dice. You get 4 red and 4 black. So good quality. And anything I've gotten from Revolution, because that's a Revolution game, has been phenomenal.
I say I've only got the one game, and the quality. Lovely. The counters. It's an American Civil War game, Kernstown. So the counters are beautiful.
Yeah, I haven't got any. It's like a blind spot. I don't know what's wrong with me, but
you keep missing out. We've
never buy a Revolution game for no adequately explored reason other than I just forget that they're around. So
they've done a Legion War Games with the dice, haven't they? Because Legion War Games have those little dice. They're quite cute.
Yeah. I probably should have used my gravity dice.
Yeah, you spent enough on them. Have you told the wife how much they were?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So I
You
keep
should
trying
see
to
how
watch.
much. You should see how expensive her water bottles are.
Yes, that's what Gaynor wanted. I said, "What do you want a water bottle?" She said, "Oh, they're the bids. These water bottles. Oh, yeah. How much?"
Yep.
I could have got something
Yeah,
from.
there's
I could have got
I
something
know,
from
you-
Lock and Load for that. Cheers.
You sometimes see them in the office and stuff. They're like bagpipes. These things now, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're just like
Tubes
there's
and
like things coming out of there in different, stratified sort of sections and all this kind of stuff. Like it's a
Kind of the-
bottle.
Kind of the cool things that she did is the company that she gets her water bottles from, and she really likes. She got me an insulated growler, which is 64 ounces. You take it to
Sorry. So we're laughing because that means something.
I'm assuming that's a different word for you guys.
Yes.
It's
See, me and him
an
are laughing.
insulated
our heads off.
growler.
Growler. Show us your growler.
So
Anyway,
An insulated growler is presumably not a Brazilian then.
no.
No,
No.
it's 64 ounce container.
Oh,
that
I
you
have
take
known.
'em-
I have known some like that. Yes.
You put beer in it.
What is it? They say two people separated by a common language.
Yeah. But anyways, so it's
You
this
put your beer in
insulated.
I'll
beer.
try that next time. I'll try, but
Yeah.
I don't think she'll appreciate it.
I'll
Though.
say you 64 ounce.
Oh, it's cold.
Moving swiftly along before we
Oh
get
my
to
God,
my-
what
I'm
did I
making a
just
note
do?
of
What did I just do?
insulated growler is something I'm
Yeah.
going to make a
Oh,
note of
dear, oh,
here.
dear.
God, oh yes.
You may have to Google that, Tone. All right. What's the British meaning of growler?
Yeah, and we're off the air.
Yeah. Yeah, Alistair knows because he's from the old
Indeed.
country, you know.
Yeah, with the beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, you will. Very good. Yes.
I got the forehead for it too. Get that nice smacking sound.
Oh, he's
Oh,
telling
dear.
us something.
Anyways,
Sorry,
it was
sorry,
really
sorry,
cool because you put beer in it. It's 64 ounces. It's what you do. You go over to like craft brew places and they fill it up for you. So for Christmas, she got me one and she had it filled.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I thought you
I'm gonna.
Sorry, I thought you said you put a beard on it, and I think no, that's my mind working again. Sorry.
That's Stuka Ace. That's a pretty good game, isn't it? Stuka
Yeah,
Ace.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's Stuka Ace, yeah.
It's
Really
a brilliant game.
No, that's really good.
Oh my God! I knew as soon as I said growler and both you guys' faces just lit up. I knew I was like, what did I just say? Because I knew it wasn't good.
Oh,
Yeah.
American, yeah.
Try the ice.
Mammograms?
Yeah, you Merkins, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
insulation, isn't it?
Boy, that's better than the peanut butter and the peanut butter sandwich, that peanut butter and butter sandwich that you talked about that we talked about last time I had the show.
Banana sandwich. He'll watch this and he'll go like this. There'll be emails sent. You know that, don't you?
Yeah.
Yes. He might even send a memo.
Oh, yeah.
Did you put the 2 TPS covers on your memos? Yeah. Anyways. So that's kind of, I finished that up and I was doing the Stuka Ace, so that was a lot of fun. But yeah, for the Stalingrad, I think I should have used my gravity dice. I still don't know if they work that well, to be honest with you. Because I've used them for a few
You've
times.
got a local black hole or something affecting them.
I think maybe it's the basement. Maybe
He's got this vibe about him. It's his aura.
Yeah.
It's a negative thing on dice throwing. I don't know what it is.
Planetary alignment or something that's
I don't know what it
throwing the
is,
gravity
yes.
off.
No, I genetically gave it to my daughter. All my positive dice rolls are now with my daughter because
He's
she
got
gets
the complete opposite to you.
yes.
He cannot throw a bad die roll.
Yep, exactly.
It's the kind of thing a parent should do. Let's face it. I mean, you should be lauded for that. I mean, that's a sacrifice.
You don't
for
even
your
have
children.
to pretend to let her win. She just wins. Yep, because of
Yes.
the die rolling.
Yeah. No matter what game it is, she beats me. So, but we have a lot of fun. Like Literally, it doesn't matter if. So if we did an unbalanced scenario, and I was the stronger side, she would still win.
Are we doing our little things tonight? Are you
Oh,
doing
let's do that. Yeah, let's do that. So Tweez, you're gonna need to choose one of your games you have, and then me and Ralph will have to do 20 questions. You can't tell us what it is.
Well, of
but
course.
you'll
Yeah.
Well,
Wouldn't be a lot of
you
points.
can
would
tell
there?
us what it is, and then we'll still ask 20
Be
questions.
very, very short game. Yeah.
I
Am I going
don't
to be
complain
cruel
about
here?
I don't complain about my dice rolls because yes, the dice gods hate it when you
They
complain
do,
about the dice rolls.
yeah.
So
Although I always
just-
remember Gimpy. He was so annoyed with some dice he was throwing that he actually, I think, did he burn them or something? He did a video on it where he
yeah,
hit
I know
them or
Kev
burned
did.
them.
He did a hammer smashing one.
Hammer smash. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. He said,
Yep.
"You're not going to
Yeah.
darken my door
But-
again." Yeah,
Yep.
That's just
hi,
cruel.
Michael. Oh,
Yeah. See,
I'll
the kids
remember
are,
that.
The kids are over. So
don't give the
It's-
kids the dragon. No.
so one thing I'm going to ask you
Hopefully,
guys.
that's not a euphemism for something.
Yeah,
else,
I
is
don't.
it?
I hope.
No,
Like drugs or something. They give you kids drugs.
We've moved on from that. All right.
Yeah. Before I really
Thank
do
you,
get
Greg.
demonetized.
Yeah.
So there's something I've been thinking about lately, and somebody brought it up, and everybody's like, "How do we get younger people into war games?" You know, that's that question Jester always asks.
We
We
beat
get
them
we don't
until
talk-
they surrender.
My
Shout
biggest
at
problem.
them.
My biggest problem is if you try to force them, they're not going to want to do it. So shouting at them,
Yes,
get off
doesn't
my
work.
lawn.
Yeah.
Doesn't help.
Get your
But
hair cut,
also-
you hippie. Yeah, all that sort of
Yeah.
thing doesn't work. Yeah.
Yeah, if they're not interested in history, they're not going to get interested.
But
in
he is
war
interested.
games.
My boy is interested in history, but he won't.
Mhm.
I think he looks at me. Well, my dad plays them. That's me old men games. I can't be doing that. It's not hip. I'll go and play me bass.
Well, he's got another passion too. So
yeah,
he's
like
got,
I did at his
yeah,
age.
yeah,
But
yeah.
So I'm grateful for that. He's
Yeah.
following his old man's footsteps. I
But
wish he
also
would.
But also the other thing is you see all these conventions out there like I was getting there, Michael. Thank you. Just getting to that point. But anyways, so I'm looking at all these conventions and tournaments and stuff like that for war games. And yes, I noticed they're generally older. But I got to thinking, none of those people have kids that are under the age of probably 18. And they've been in a job for so long, they have more vacation time than you could ever use. At least here on this side of the pond, we have problem with people wanting to use their vacation time. So my thing is like, you just have more free time when you get older when you have older kids. I've noticed right now it went for a while there. I had plenty of time, and now the kids are doing different things, but I'm out of the house more because of that. So it's kind of like it's hard for me to get that. So I don't think there's like the graying as everybody says. It's just you only see them. I remember there was a comedian named Yakov Smirnov that joked about Russian, and they said, "Why don't you ever see good-looking, Russian women in any of the Russians?" This was before the fall of the Soviet Union, and he said, "Well, there's a saying in Russia: women are like buses." And that's the saying. Like all the good-looking ones are like behind the buses, and so I'm like, I'm going off on a track. But anyways, I just think there are a lot of younger guys that are playing games. I just don't think you're able to see them because a lot of them just don't have that extra time that a lot of people our ages and older have. You have more time for your hobbies and stuff like that.
They're out with their mates. They're out at a
Yeah.
weekend. They
Mhm.
go out like we all used to.
Mhm.
And when we get to our age and older, then that's it's
I
as I
think-
said,
I think-
as I said to the missus, at my age now, it's either another game or a mistress. What do you want? So she would go on to something.
I use the guilt trip thing because when it's my birthday, right? It's, don't get me a present. You'll get some bloody awful thing that
Yeah.
you're not interested in.
Socks, aftershave,
Socks or handkerchiefs or something. She said, no, come round and we'll play a game. So, and then they can't really say no because it's your birthday.
Good thing. Yes, mine's coming up. Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Ah, you see.
What would you like? I'd like you
guilt
to sit down, son, and play a game with me. There's my birthday present. Right.
Yeah, that's a good guilt trip.
Yeah.
That works. It works. Yeah.
Or,
Yeah,
or they're playing different games. They're playing Magic, or they're playing, D&D or something, or derivative of that. So
Mhm.
The more the merrier. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of with the Jesuits here. So they give me the child until they're 7, and I'll give you the grognard.
Yeah.
I'd start them early. Get them to catch nose at the table.
Learn these odds now.
Yeah. What's a zoc? What's a zoc?
And an Ezoc, is it sticky or not?
Yes.
That's it. Kind of reminds me of a meme I saw. It said, when I was 12, I was always wishing I was older to go to bed later than 9 o'clock. Well, now I'm an adult. Guess what time I go to bed? 9 o'clock.
You old fart. I have to stay up till 1 o'clock for the player's aid.
Yeah.
1 o'clock. Mind you, the next day I was Thursday. That's why I could stay up, because Thursday is like a free day. Nothing happens. No teaching. No nothing. So I'll be getting some videoing. Got up next day and I went, sod that. I'm just going to mong out for a while. Yeah.
Yeah, we had a call in the afternoon, and let me tell you, rough was looking rough.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I bet. Yeah, you can't do those all nighters anymore.
And I'll tell you, it's going to be worse this Wednesday because it starts at 2 a.m. for me, and it's 2 hours. I'm not going to go to bed. I'm going to be a tinker.
I won't call you next day because you just won't answer.
No, I will. Yeah.
So we had a gentleman bring his 10-year-old grandson to play the 3D pans. This is where, if you can mix Hex Encounter and miniatures, I think. Yeah. So, like, my thing is I think you could. I've seen the things for Commands and Colors Ancients, where they actually use like miniatures instead of the blocks on the board, and it is phenomenal looking. They did that I've seen them with Napoleonics Ancients, and of course, Memoir 44. You get the little pieces, yeah. So, I think GMT's not doing it right with the blocks.
Well, I think that's the next stage up. I'm going to try, maybe try a bit of Command and Colors Ancients, because I think blocks is a bit more interesting than a flat counter, maybe. So
yeah,
that might be the birthday game to play.
Yeah, honestly, I think you'd get a kick out of it. So you get to roll crap tons of dice too. So War and Conflict game
you have to be careful with that. So last birthday I did the guilt trip thing and with my daughter, and she went, let's play War of the Ring then, because that's got figures and stuff. So we started playing it. She's like, what the bloody hell is this? Like, what the hell? Like,
I was expecting Scrabble.
Yeah, she's into like sort of Arkham Horror and that kind of thing, Eldritch Horror and all those kind of things. She's all right with Euros and slightly fairly heavy ones, but War of the Ring is it's really quite heavy for what it is. And she was like,
I might try bed early. I might try Nemesis or something like that with him. That might be.
Yeah. So
I've got to paint the blooming miniatures though. Crikey.
No, you don't. You don't have to paint them.
No. Well, they're grey. I might do that. What they call it, the sun drop thing on it. The way they do it. So I might do that.
I've tried my best to see if the missuses would give us give it a try, but it just felt like I was twisting her arm. No fun. Slimming with my daughter. She loves to play Ticket Online. I'm assuming that's Ticket on Ride. Not so much. Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things. It just seems to be an older. Once you get older, I saw another meme that said once you hit 40, you either get into World War II or smoking meats. That's your choice. Once you hit 40, you either get interested in World War II or smoking meats. I was like,
yeah. That's a big thing over your part of the world, isn't it? Smoking meats, yeah. And these things cost thousands of pounds, don't they? These big smokers.
Yep.
Yeah,
The family will. The only games they'll play is they love Legendary Encounters Aliens. We mentioned that on the show with the Players Aid. They enjoy that as well. So maybe I can. I'm trying.
Yeah, the only advice I can give to Michael is, mate, get a new family. Seriously.
No, I tell you what, I can't complain because she puts up with a lot. I mean, this is in the lounge. Okay, I'm up the other end of the lounge. We've got quite a long lounge, but this stays here. And she goes, "I want my lounge back." Well, so we'll get this room done. There's a room upstairs we've been going on about for yonks. It's slowly getting done, but yeah, I can't complain too much because I've got my game in the lounge.
So apparently Patrick says you can do both smoking meats and World War II. Now, not mutually exclusive.
Time. There's not enough time.
Well, okay. Honestly, smoking meats, you set the thing in the smoker for like 8 hours. What are you going to do in between? Hey, let's play a war game.
All right, smart ass. Okay.
Gareth says, or air frying. Yeah, I've got an air fryer.
That's the big thing now, isn't it? Air frying.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see,
I don't get it. Why? Who fries air?
It's good for you, evidently.
What the hell?
Not many calories.
Frying air. I mean,
fried air. No, you can heat
most people heat air.
Whole bag full, and not put on any weight. But I was into because my dad was into World War II, and of course, as I grew up, that was always around, and that's how I got an interest in World War II. That's why my main love in history is World War II because of that. But then I got into gaming much later. It's the history of World War II I was into.
Yeah. For me, it was the Civil War. I was really into the Civil War. And
it's over your part of the world, isn't it?
Yeah. No, that's what I said. It's like Civil War here, World War II over there. I'm assuming maybe some of the English Civil War people kind of get into over there.
Yeah, but that's more sort of your miniature stuff. I mean, it's great that we've got
Men of Iron.
We've got Men of Iron. We've also got
or are you talking about Musket and Pike?
Yeah, I couldn't remember.
Okay, that's what I meant.
Yeah. Stig, tell me about it. I've got boxes of things that, all in boxes ready to be painted, and you've got to paint them. Yeah, it takes forever. But when they are done and you get them out on the game, it does look good, I must admit. Even if you're playing something daft like Shadows of Brimstone, it does look good.
What? It says you weren't in World War II?
Oi. Put him in the naughty. Mute him. It's bloody cheek.
I like that. I'm going to keep him in.
What are you saying?
I remember the first time I visited my granddad when I was quite small, and he had a book, and he showed me it and stuff, and it was actually the unit history of the 79th Armored Division in Normandy in Germany in 1944-45, and it had like fold outs and stuff, and I actually inherited it. My dad got it from him, and I got it from my dad, so I actually have it now, and that kind of sort of really sort of took my initial thought about sort of military history and sort of gaming, I suppose, came from that. When I mentioned it to my dad, and my dad said, "Oh yeah," he said, "Did you know that he was walking in 1940 or something? He was walking down Morden High Street, and he got attacked by an ME-110. Apparently, it strafed down the Morden High Street, and he had to duck. Yeah, and he had to duck into a shop. I was like, whoa, wow." So there you go. That was my start.
The problem over here, of course, in Europe, you've got all the battlefields, and for you guys, the American Civil War, you preserve your battlefields. For us, like the English Civil War, we build car parks on top of them,
and bury dead kings underneath them,
and find dead kings under them. Yeah, it's crazy.
It's funny when I tell kids that King Richard III was found under a car park. They're like, "What's a car park?"
Oh yeah, what do you call them?
Parking lots.
Yeah.
Oh, Pink Paradise put up the parking lot. Yes.
Yep.
The problem is most of the early kings of England, you have to go to France to find them buried.
Yeah.
I mean, like there's an abbey in the Loire Valley, and it's got Henry II there, who's the lawgiver, who's like a really big king, and his son Richard the Lionheart. They're actually
Oh, they're
plonked
in
in the middle of a
France?
floor.
Yeah, they should be over
They're in
here.
front in an
shouldn't
abbey called
They should be
Fontevraud
over
Abbey.
here.
We went there.
Well,
Yeah, but they're
wasn't-
there with their
wasn't that
wives as well.
England?
Eleanor of Aquitaine's there.
they? But then, yeah,
And
it
it's just
wasn't
like
that
all these
sort of-
really important, and all these important sort of historical English figures. They're all buried in France.
wasn't that part of England, so to speak?
Well,
We owned
isn't
it.
isn't the official title? And I don't
Well, he
know if it is
owned that
now.
bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't the official title like the King of Scotland, Wales, Ireland, England, and France? Isn't that part of the king title, or is that was the past, wasn't it? It's like something they list all the people that he's king of, if I remember right.
Yeah, they added I think Edward III added the France bit.
Okay.
Yeah, and this was before him, but
Okay.
yeah, I mean, he
Yeah.
Henry II was Angevin, so he owned half of France, and he got half of France from his wife Eleanor Aquitaine as well.
Oh,
Actually,
yeah.
more of France was owned by him than it actually was by the King of
By the
France.
Fr-
No, so at the time, but it all disappeared.
So really,
Right.
Richard the Lionheart, the one
Yeah.
king that most Americans know, other than King Henry VIII, but that's a different story. Everybody's heard of Richard the Lionheart. Is not buried in England.
No,
no,
we got a statue to him outside Parliament, but that's it. And
That's a shame.
And actually, truth be told, he was a bit of a twat anyway.
yeah. I mean, it's all been hyped up, isn't it? Like things do. You know, the victors always write history, so
Yeah.
a little bit.
I always say the victors write the histories, and if the losers actually are alive, they're pretty bitter about it. So
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he attacked a castle and got shot by a crossbow bolt and died. I mean,
yeah, that is a bit of a twat.
edifying.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but yeah,
It's like the Battle of
Oh.
Hastings. You know, that's not really, they reckon, where the Battle of Hastings was. They preserved this big field, and there's the abbey there. But I don't think that's
Yeah.
actually where it was.
yeah, we don't know. It's
We don't know.
difficult
It's just so
because the
yeah.
coast has changed as well. 'Cause
Yeah,
they reclaimed
yeah.
a load of land and the seas receded and things like that. So yeah, it's there's places that you've never heard of in English Civil War.
Mhm.
It's quite good here because we've got Newbury just up the road, and we've got Basinghouse and Basingstoke the other direction. So the English Civil War's there. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think they got that at the end of the 100 Years' War. They go, it's too much trouble.
It's the you can have it. You can have it. Yeah.
Yeah, they kept Calais just for the look of the thing.
Well, also
Yeah.
for the
And
duty
then-
frees, you know, and the big supermarket.
And yes,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah, and
He
then
hasn't
we
got
had
to
it
do what
back
I'm talking
anyway.
about.
So
Yeah.
yeah, the chief.
Dude, I get
hypermarket.
that. I've traveled international. I'm not. I've been around. I've been to Ireland, so I've
Yeah.
actually been in Heathrow. I was a 17-year-old high school student. So
It's bigger
and
now.
then we
Crikey.
and then we went over to Ireland, and we were in the St. Patrick's Day parade in Dublin. So we marched in the St. Patrick's Day parade. So it was pretty cool. I learned some Irish
Did you-
dancing.
Did you banish any snakes?
I'll tell you what. I'm going
Tons
to.
of
I don't know if I can, but I'm going to try and play it that week or during the 2
Oh
weeks
yeah,
of,
thanks during
of
St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah. Try and
Yeah,
do
that
it
would be
there.
pretty good.
Yeah. That'd be good. And then get the designer moaning at me.
That was an
one,
inside joke. Yeah.
One interesting incident I remember when I was in Australia, and I was actually at Circular Quay in Sydney, which is sort of kind of very nice place. It's where the ferries go across
Huge.
the bay and stuff, but there's like shopping centre and everything like that. And it just happened to be St. Patrick's Day, and these two students came up and said, "Would you like to? They rattled a tin. Said, yeah, would you like to contribute?" I said, "What for?" It says, "Because it's St. Patrick's Day." And at that time, stuff going on in Northern Ireland was still going on, and I was like, "Where's this going?" And they were like, "We don't really know." And I went, "No, thank you." Collecting money for St. Patrick.
Yeah, that's why. That's not that I've got some games like about the Troubles. Just not for me because of that time I lived through. For both sides, so.
Yeah,
Like
there's the
that
one
circular.
coming out at Compass, isn't there? There's
Yeah,
the Compass game
and,
coming out later on this year.
What do you call it? White Dog. We've
Yeah,
got
they have
one
the
in-
Irish Freedom.
Yeah.
That was earlier though. That was the 20s. The
Yeah,
Irish
that's
Freedom
the
was
Irish
about the 20s.
independence, not Northern Ireland.
Yeah.
Not Northern Ireland.
But also it's like the is it the Compass is it the Compass game about the trouble in
It's called
Eastern
the
Europe?
Troubles. Yeah, it's called the Troubles.
No,
Troubles,
the
yeah,
one
yeah.
set in Bosnia.
Oh yeah, the brothers.
Brotherhood and Unity.
Yeah. And I can understand why people, when that came out, people saying, "Oh, I don't know," it's because they lived through it, so I can understand.
Well,
that.
actually, the designer lived through it, if I remember.
Yeah,
right.
yeah, and
So,
hats off for him to do again.
yeah, he's designed some other games too. He's in the middle of designing some games. He's starting to become a pretty good known designer at that.
Ooh.
John agrees with you. It's
Yeah,
definitely
because he's from the same, maybe the same age, same part of the world. It's
Banished the Snakes too, the 70s.
Get out of here. Man.
That's a little. That's too soon. Too soon for
Too
that.
soon. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
but,
well, I'm waiting for the Australian version of Banish the Snakes. Now that's a really
no.
tough game,
Oh no.
Brown and King Snakes and stuff like that. Oh, no.
They've got too many. I don't know what
They've
they've ended up with the worst animals the whole world. I don't know what went on there. If there's a higher thing going on, he must have had a laugh. He said, "We'll send them to Australia. Send them."
But we'll also give them the cutest animals at the same time.
Yeah. And these things will eat the cutest animals.
And then when you pick up the cutest animals, they're not so cute anymore.
No, they've got claws.
No,
Yeah.
exactly.
I heard koala bears are pretty bad. Like they're
do.
not. You don't want to hug them. Let's put it that way.
Well, the old
At least
duckbill
not the wild
platypus,
ones.
which looks really, really cute. The duckbill platypus, that's got like
Yeah.
poison thorns behind its back legs.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa,
Yeah,
okay,
in Australia,
right.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
If you want to die by animal, that's the place to go.
It's the place
Australia.
to go.
Yes.
Yeah. But
Anyway,
I'm looking
you're
forward to
doing
the
your
sequel.
Dominant
Anyway.
species that will kill you, Australia.
Yeah.
Okay.
And-
Hey, Ruff, what happened in history today?
Oh, you want me to
I
do
don't-
that?
Yeah, if you want to. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. I don't have a fancy schmancy.
No, I know. No, there's Jester evidently. So I have to keep sending it to him. Anyway.
But what I think we'll do. Let's see here.
What are you doing?
There we go.
Oh, no, jeez. I didn't realize I was that ugly. Anyway, right. 4th of March. Right, here we go. This today, Ruff remembers. 1665. King Charles II declares war on the Netherlands, marking the start of the Second Anglo-Dutch War. Now, we need a few war games on that, some naval games on that. The Second Anglo-Dutch War, or the Second Dutch, the Second Dutch War, 4th of March, 1665 to the 31st of July, 1667. So it started today. Was a conflict between English and the Dutch Republic, partly for control over the seas and trade routes, where England tried to end the Dutch domination of world trade during a period of intense European commercial rivalry, but also as a result of political tensions. Now, we tend to think of all these things as modern day, political tensions and things and all that. It's been going on for thousands of years. Anyway, after an initial English success, the war ended in a Dutch victory. It was the second of a series of naval. It was the second of a series of naval wars. What?
It was
What?
terrible.
It was terrible. Yeah, I'm trying to
Yeah, it's a terrible defeat.
I'm trying to put a bit of a glow on it, because it was our defeat. All right, so don't I'm trying to make it sound a little bit better than it actually was. It was a terrible defeat. All right, defeat. It was the second of a series of naval wars fought between us and the Dutch in the 17th and 18th centuries. So there we go.
Who haven't you had a war with, by the way? Just out of curiosity.
I
I think the list is
think
of those you.
I think Luxembourg. I don't think we've had Luxembourg. Yeah, but everybody else.
If people don't know what happened, the Dutch fleet sailed right into Chatham Harbour and sank all the British ships, and then waltzed back out again.
And then that's why, we went. Oh, we've got no ships.
I think
We
I remember
lost the
reading
entire
this.
navy.
I think I remember reading about this at one point. Like it really set the Royal Navy back, for years, if I remember right.
Them back. They had to borrow money. They had to do this, that, and the other. And there's that film, isn't there, with called The Admiral? Is it the Admiral?
Yeah,
Dutch film. Brilliant film.
Trump, Admiral
Yeah.
Trump, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
brilliant film.
The Dutch commander. Yeah. Really
Did
embarrassing.
you just say Admiral Trump?
Trump.
Okay.
Oh.
Trump.
Oh.
Okay. I thought I was about to say, are you making a joke or are you?
No, that was his name, but
He's
with an
one
O.
of the best admirals ever in the world. He was a fantastic admiral, but he was Dutch. Anyway, moving on. 1681, King Charles again granted a royal charter to William Penn, entitling him to establish a colony in North America called Pennsylvania. That happened today. 1776.
He also invented the biro as well.
No, that was Mr. Biro.
Sorry, just trying to put you off.
He was Welsh. 1776, the American Revolutionary War. The Continental Army fortifies Dorchester Heights with cannon, leading the British troops to abandon the siege of Boston. Now, the siege of Boston started in April the 19th, 1775 to March the 17th, 1776, was one of the opening phases of the American Revolutionary War. New England.
Washington pulled the wool over you guys' eyes.
I'm trying to make it look a bit better than it actually was, all right? Shush. New England militiamen prevented the British Army from moving by land, and it was garrisoned in Boston, Massachusetts Bay. Both sides had to deal with resource, supply, and personnel issues over the course of the siege. British resupplies and reinforcements were limited to sea access, which was impeded by American vessels. And the British abandoned Boston after 11 months and transferred their troops and equipment to Nova Scotia. So now we're going to scoot forward to the Second World War, 1941. UK launches Operation Claymore on the Lofoten Islands, the first large-scale British commando raid. Operation Claymore was a British commando raid on the Norwegian Lofoten Islands during the Second World War. The Lofoten Islands were an important centre for the production of fish oil and glycerine used in the German war economy. The landings were carried out on the 4th of March today, 1941, by the men of Number 3 Commando, Number 4 Commando, a Royal Engineers section, and 52 men from the Norwegian Independent Company 1. Supported by the 6th Destroyer Flotilla and 2 troop transports of the Royal Navy, the force made an unopposed landing and generally continued to meet no opposition. The original plan was to avoid contact with German forces and inflict the maximum of damage to German-controlled industry. They achieved their objective of destroying fish oil factories and some 3,600 tons of oil and glycerine. The British experienced only one accident. An officer injured himself with his own revolver and returned with some 228 German prisoners, 314 loyal Norwegian volunteers, and a number of Quisling regime collaborators. Operation Claymore. 1943, World War II, of course. The Battle of the Bismarck Sea in Southwest Pacific comes to an end. The Battle of the Bismarck Sea, 2nd to the 4th of March, 43, took place in the Southwest Pacific area during World War II, when aircraft of the US 5th Air Force and the Royal Australian Air Force attacked a Japanese convoy carrying troops to Lae, New Guinea. Most of the Japanese task force was destroyed, and Japanese troop losses were heavy. 1940. A lot happened today. 1943 as well. Yeah. The battle, I'm going to get this wrong, Fadi Kambos. One of the first major battles between Greek resistance and the occupying Royal Italian Army begins. It ends on the 6th of March with the surrender of an entire Italian battalion and the liberation of the town of Grenvina. So well done, the Greeks. 1944, last one. World War II, of course. After the success of Big Week, the USAF began a daylight bombing campaign of Berlin. So what's Big Week, you ask? Well, I'll tell you. Big Week, or Operation Argument, was a sequence of raids by the United States Army Air Force and RAF Bomber Command from the 20th of February to the 25th of February. So it happened before today. Because of that success, that's why they started the bombing campaign in Berlin. And this was as part of the European strategic bombing campaign against Yahtzee Germany. The planners intended to attack the German aircraft industry to lure the Luftwaffe into a decisive battle where the Luftwaffe could be damaged so badly that the Allies would achieve air superiority, which would ensure success of the invasion of continental Europe. So there we are. Because of Big Week, they thought, right, we'll try it again, and started a massive daylight bombing campaign in Berlin on this day, 4th of March. So there we go. Rough remembers.
Awesome.
Lots happened. Yeah.
Yeah, today was kind of a busy. It must have been good weather this day. So across the board, because March.
I've been William telling me off already, saying not USAF, it was USAC.
I remember reading somewhere with Boston that when they did the old Tea Party thing and they dumped the tea into the bay, the tea actually sat there on the bottom of the seabed, right by the quayside, and started rotting. And actually, they had to employ like small children to go down at low tide and actually try and retrieve this stuff, because it was actually festering and the stink was apparently horrible. So
do you know,
revenge anyway.
Telling a joke there. Sorry, I was sitting there waiting.
No. It's an actual thing. Apparently, it was just nobody thought about it. It was a really good. It was a really interesting political gesture, but actually, the aftermath was really rather stinky.
Yeah,
it seems like that happens more often than not. That, hey, this is a great political statement, and then you're like, oh crap, that wasn't such a good idea, was it?
Yeah, long term it doesn't really work.
Yeah. So okay, Tweez, have you chose a game?
I have a game. I have a. Well, I don't know how difficult to make this. I've got several candidates, but are you really into sort of? Do you want a real tough one, or do you want me to?
Do you have something
to make it easy on you?
It doesn't matter. I think last week we came through with about 9 guesses, and that was a fluff. That was a fluke. All right.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. We're rubbish.
So we'll do like if you have like a medium difficulty, so like standard level.
Okay, standard level. All right. Yes.
It's a war game.
It's
going to be a war game. Yeah.
It is a war game.
Right.
Okay. Okay, everybody, put your guesses in. We have up to 20. I don't want to see anything above 20, or I'm going to kick you off. Berticelli's already out.
Right, kick him off. Yeah, put him in the naughty corner.
You should have waited until everybody's voted, and then you.
Okay, I don't have anything today, but I'm just kind of. You get pride, not prize. Pride, not prize. Okay. Okay, Ruff, why don't you go ahead and start off the questioning, and I'll keep track. Hopefully.
Oh, is it before 1600? Charles, behave yourself.
No.
Yeah, I've got rid of a lot of history there for you.
What year did you say, Ruff?
1600.
1600. Okay, so it wasn't before 1600. So that basically takes care of. Okay. Was it after 1919?
No.
Okay. So it's between 1600 and 19
and the First World War. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. There's nothing that happened then. Nothing at all. It was a boring time. We should get this in like the next 2 turns then.
Well, you asked for medium, didn't you? I mean,
yeah, I did. I did ask for medium. So,
is it after 1913?
No.
Right, off you go. He's picking some obscure bleeding 100-year thingy, 7-year war thing, isn't he?
Okay.
Yeah.
Does it take place in Europe?
Yes.
Okay, so it's in Europe.
And it's not Frederick the Awkward. There's a freebie for you.
Does it involve a Frenchman?
What?
Yes.
Okay. I have no idea where you're going with this, Ruff. Yeah, I do. Never mind. Was Napoleon?
What? That was his sister.
Was Napoleon in charge of this battle? Or in charge?
Yes.
Okay. So we got it Napoleonic. So
Is it a well-known ABBA song?
No.
It's not that one then.
Not Waterloo then. Okay,
No.
got it. Okay, so now we're in the games. So let's is it by GMT?
No.
Okay. So the 800-pound grill is off the market.
Right.
There wasn't an 800-pound gorilla there. Definitely no.
What are you saying?
I don't know. I'm just trying to keep up here. Sorry.
You can't keep up. Right. See, I'm not a great Napoleonics expert. You see, unlike this chap below me here. Yeah, thanks, Mike.
Yeah, I know. I know.
You said it's in Europe, yeah? Did you, Tony?
Yeah. Yes, he said it's in Europe.
Oh, was that you?
Yeah,
No,
I asked
I'm
him
just asking my compatriot there if
Yes.
you already asked it's in Europe. Hold on.
I don't think he actually asked that. Did you?
I did ask if it was in Europe, and you said
Oh.
yes.
Well,
I
I
did
think
like
most of the Napoleonic War was in Europe, apart from a
Yeah.
bit in Africa, northern Africa.
Yeah,
but
Egypt and
Egypt, yeah. Well, what shall I say? Shall I say another country, or shall I say a game manufacturer? It's not.
I have a. If you got a country, say it. If not, I've got one that I was going to ask. It'd really narrow it down.
Is it in Spain?
That was a country too.
No.
Okay.
Okay. Napoleon versus Kong.
Is it a Clash
Not
of
taking
Arms
this
game?
seriously, are they? Sorry, Tone. They're not taking this seriously. Go on, off you go. Sorry. Say again.
Is it a Clash of Arms game?
It is.
Oh,
Ah,
see, I know
yeah,
nothing.
okay.
I know nothing. You'll have to.
I've got some. I've got some on that.
Yeah, write one out.
We're up to 10, by the way.
Huh?
So
Up
it's
to
Clash
10.
of Arms. It is a Labatai series games. I'm pretty sure. You can ask him that.
Is it a La Bataille series game?
It is.
Okay.
Right.
Not
Which
in
one?
Spain.
He's got them all. So
Yes.
careful.
Yeah. Okay. Is it? I know some of them. Oh my God. I'm trying to say it. Is it in Russia?
No.
Okay, so it's not Muscala.
Would it be Leipzig?
Keep thinking.
He's going to have a look. I'm at a loss, really. Stig knows what it is, I think.
Yeah. Oh no,
No, he
that's
says
there.
goes his
That
guess.
was his guess. That was his guess.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, right. Okay. Sorry.
I'm gonna start guessing a couple here.
Hold on. Let me have a go.
There's not that many.
we've
Yeah,
not
it's your turn
Russia.
anyways.
It's not Russia.
Nope.
It's not Spain.
Nope.
Have we mentioned?
It's not Waterloo.
It's not Waterloo. So
Quattrobal is out because that's Waterloo, correct? I don't know.
Quattrobal, yeah. Well, it includes Waterloo, doesn't it? Have we done? Oh, right. Is it 1813 or later? No, sorry. Is it later than 1813?
Yes.
Right, off you go, Tone.
Fontenoy. Is it the
No.
Fontenoy game? Okay, not Fontenoy.
I don't know what these are.
Oh, that's BAR anyways. Damn it.
Yeah, Alistair, there were no bras involved. No.
Okay.
Although rumor has it there was an insulated growler involved.
Yeah, I was going to say there were Napoleon did
I
an
think there's an
underground
optional
growler.
rule in the game about it.
Yeah, he did an underground growler move, didn't he? So
Yeah.
or hidden growler move. So it is in France, we're saying, yes or not?
We haven't asked if it's in France yet. We have not asked that yet.
Is it in France?
No.
Not in
Oh, it's
Spain,
not.
not in France. It's North Africa, Egypt. I don't know.
Not Egypt. It's in Europe.
Oh, it's in Europe, right?
Okay, so I just don't know all of them. That's my problem.
I'm
Mike,
at
that's
loss.
just a bit too much, I think.
Belgique.
Yes.
Yeah, I threw one away. Oh, it's in Belgium. What's the battle in Belgium?
God knows.
It's Clash of Arms. It's La Bataille. Oh, is that La Bataille Dresde? No, that's not.
No, that's Germany.
Yeah, that's Germany. Never mind. I did not ask that.
No, was there a famous Battle of Antwerp? Don't look up in the air.
Napoleonic one, no.
I don't know, Stig, how many guesses. We're rubbish at this, as you well know.
Oh, was I supposed to? I was supposed to count.
I've got it.
He's
We're up,
Oh, you got it.
counting
Okay,
out,
that's all right.
we're up
Thank
to
God for that.
14. Of course, Michael probably knows. It's not Quattro Brawl Groucho. We already, because that's not in Belgium. I don't think at
it
least,
is,
'cause
but
that's
it's not. It's not right anyway.
Okay. What's in Belgium? God dang it. Oh, I'm cheating here.
So, Quatre Bras is the.
Let's see here.
So you've got. So it's not Waterloo. It's not Quatre Bras. Is Ligny in Belgium?
I don't know if Ligny is in Belgium or not.
Wavre. That sounds French, northern, not bloody Belgique. Yeah, the Battle of Brussels. No, I don't think it was.
Okay.
What are you saying yes to, Stig? Ligny is Ligny. I got told off for saying Ligny is indeed in Belge.
Is it Ligny?
Yes.
Oh,
We were shooting around it. It was like
yeah.
we were just like, okay, cool.
So
Yeah.
is Wavre. Yeah, I'm no expert.
There's 17 games in the La Bataille series. So
Thank you.
You know.
Napoleon's last battle.
You know the worst of it was.
What?
Most of the time, I was pointing to it. It's there.
I can't read it. I can't read that.
You can't read it.
Resolution.
No.
I
I can now that I see it. Now I see it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I was sitting there rubbing my shoulder.
Oh, you tinker. Yes, that's it's the decision game version. Yeah.
Ligny. No, that's
Ligny.
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 Okay.
Yeah, Ligny.
Okay.
Yes.
It's like the Battle of Fish. I know it's not fishes, but that's the best way. I'm an American. I screw things up.
Yeah, I mean, just to annoy Stig, it's Ligny.
technically is part of Waterloo, as is Quattroball and Boisvert. Yeah.
It's like the Waterloo campaign, but it's not Waterloo.
Mhm.
It isn't. And anyway,
We eliminated
La Bataille,
Waterloo.
There is
Yeah.
no there's no La Bataille de Waterloo anyway in the series. It's the Bataille de Mont Saint Jean.
Yep. Yep.
It-
I saw that.
You're talking gobbledygook now. So
I'll tell you what, the counters, especially for the new Clash of Art games, those counters and maps are phenomenal. They are gorgeous. They
Always
are
have been.
gorgeous. Yeah, they've done. Oh, even the older ones. I haven't seen any of the
Yeah,
older
yeah.
ones.
I tell you
Oh,
what,
yeah.
because I got this, Hexy sent me that, and it's good fun. I know Herm saying it's the old, is it the old SPI version?
Yeah, SPI,
and they've
yeah.
mucked about with it, but you can play it like the old version without all the faffy
Mhm.
rules, some of the rules they've got in it. So, and that's quite fun to do. But is it Hexasim has got Ligny?
Yeah,
And that's a lovely looking game as well.
Hexasim's also a good company with good
Yeah.
quality stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Mount St. Jane. I can hear him.
Linny was a terrible abbess.
Yeah, it didn't catch on, did it?
Yeah,
It
not
was
like
the B,
Waterloo.
It was the B side. It was the B
Yeah.
side. Yeah.
Yeah.
You had Waterloo on one side and Linny on.
Ligny, yeah.
Yeah. I'll tell you
Oh,
what,
wow.
that is a
Well
topic.
done. Yeah.
Thank you. That is, and we
No,
threw
I
that
was-
on you. We threw
The,
that
the
on
whole
you
thing
right
was
across
me to wind you up because it was actually just over my shoulder.
Yeah, I know.
yeah,
the whole
yeah.
time. So
I'm just ignoring
what
that
shall I
fact that
pick?
it was on screen the whole time. Yeah.
yeah. That's the kind of guy I am. I mean, you're not going to invite me in again. So there we go.
That's like right next
Yeah,
door.
darn
So
right.
okay. That's next door.
Yeah, it's also on a
30
different day
kilometers.
as
That's
well.
another battle. Yeah.
Have you got, GMT has just charged for the next for the next lot of P500s? You got anything coming in, Tone?
Yeah, unfortunately I do.
Yeah.
Or fortunately, depending on who what you're talking. If you're
I
my credit card.
haven't for this month. They can be charging for stuff this month, and my credit card's gone. Thank you, because nothing is being charged. But I've got White Plains coming in.
Yes, that one's been charged.
Yeah, Paths of
honestly-
Glory. I've got coming in because I haven't got that. And the first volume of Last 100 Yards.
So, yeah, White Plains is just getting shipped now. It just started shipping.
yeah,
The
shipping to us-
21st.
Shipping to us first, remember, and to Australia.
Yeah.
And
I
possibly-
could care less. It doesn't bother me. I'm getting the game. Why? It
getting
doesn't
the-
bother me.
it's-
I've got enough to play. I'm not going to bitch and
it
moan
was
about
like
how long it
the
takes.
GMT sale that turned up with the last P500. I didn't care because there's no way I'm gonna it's coming. That's all I'm worried about. So I don't care when it turns up.
Yeah, there's so the games at the printers. What's actually what I'm curious what I'm curiously got. So
Go on, get it up. Let's have a look.
I am. I've got to do this. I'm not an expert, and I don't. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Atlantic
Computer.
Chase is the one being charged this month.
Okay. I'm gonna pull
Go
this on my
credit.
other. I'm gonna pull this on my other screen here. Because okay. There we go. Okay, so we got it. So at the printer we have 18 India, which is another 18xx games. I have too many that I don't play already. I like them. I just don't have anybody to play them with. Ancient Civilizations of the Middle East. I still need to try the Mediterranean one because I'm kind of curious on that one.
It's
so,
a solo, but it's very solo friendly, isn't it? For us people with no friends.
mhm.
My
I've
friend-
never
one of my
heard of
friends-
Atlantic Chase before.
Oh, brilliant.
So I
If
have
you haven't
no
got
idea
it,
on that
get
one.
it. Oh,
Now,
dear, oh,
this
dear.
one I didn't get until I started looking at it, and I'm excited about this one, this Border Reavers,
I didn't go with that one. No.
because it is the border. What is it? The Anglo-Scottish border raids.
I think what put me off was the little sheep meeples.
You got what? What? You got problems with the little sheep people?
Yeah, I think it- yeah.
You know they're going to come with a soundtrack, so whenever you like kill a sheep, it's going to go meh.
No, it goes.
That's the new thing. And if you have a horse, it makes horse sounds. That's a new thing, is sending a Spotify.
No,
I think that's what put me off. I think.
Nay. Oh, are you kidding me, Alan? Oh my God. That's like Alan's like
No horse sounds.
is the dad joke of all. So no, but it looks really cool because it's I'm just curious about it. It's very highly suitable solitaire.
So what's it about?
The border raids, the Anglo-Scottish border raids of 1815 to 1603.
You mean 3:15 to just gone 4 o'clock?
Yeah, exactly. So,
that's Henry VIII and Elizabeth I's time.
Which would make sense. So that it would be that time period, because that's Queen of Scotland, Mary Queen of Scots time period, and that was when they did a lot of the border raiders. So you have the English West March, Middle March, and East March, and then you have Scots. So let's see if I can zoom in. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, I'm not convinced.
Fenwick.
As long as it's not Grand Fenwick. Sorry, obscure British film reference there. Look it up.
I'll do that. So yeah. So anyways, we'll back it up here.
It's you're only getting it because your Scots genes are making you buy it.
Yeah, probably right. Honestly.
Yeah, I don't. And yeah, no, I've got to be strong.
Okay, so then I don't have this one. The Clash of Sovereigns, the War of Austrian Succession. Mr. President.
Not being charged yet, are they?
Not yet, but these are at the printer, so they are. Well,
the latest email from GMT told us what they're charging this month for, and none of the ones I've ordered. There's nothing on there.
No, not for me either.
No, honestly,
yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it
Only
is.
if you're American, you will say Berwick.
So it's Berwick. Okay.
No, it's Berwick.
Berwick.
And it's the only English professional football team that actually is in the Scottish League, not the English League.
Yeah. That's right. See, Alistair knows. Berwick, yeah.
I know. I'm tired of answering that question, Mike. on my videos, my live streams I did with Mike, people are still, hey, when's this coming out? It's probably never coming out. I'm like, it's at the printers.
Like it's your fault. Yeah.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I haven't watched those because I don't want to watch them because I won't be able to sleep at night. So I'm waiting for it to be charged on its way, then I'll watch your videos so I can be prepared.
Yeah, the SPW game's very good. I got in that really early. I got the original Schlieffen Plan and the Eastern Front one, but then I stopped. I didn't go beyond that. But they're pretty good games actually. Very very accessible, very playable.
Which
World War I games. The SPW games, World War One.
He's talking
strategic.
About
they're Weltkrieg,
yeah.
That's the series, yeah. Very interesting maps.
That's what I've heard. Once you figure it out,
they carve the hexes up into kind of arcs of the hexagon. So there's 6 sort of like pizza slices, and they can have different terrain in. And depending where you're being attacked from, you can claim the terrain and things like that. So it's quite nice.
I'm looking forward for Under the Southern Cross.
Okay.
Flying Colours expansion.
Oh yeah, Serbia Masterban. Yeah, I've got that. That's all the 1914s. I've got the whole set are just there.
Now me and coin games. You know me and coin games, not my thing, but I have clicked on the old British way because it's the British way. So there's 4 little games in that. So
yeah, I'm kind of curious because they're smaller games. So I got that one for sure. And then Mr. President, Power People. I also have that one because that's the Philippines insurgency. I have this one. think I have this
those
one.
levy and campaign. I'm not going down that
Yes.
rabbit hole. No.
No. Mr. President's the only one I've got on order at the moment out of all those.
Yeah, those are at the printer. In Final Art.
No, I've got most of them.
Yeah. I was gonna say most of these. Yeah, I think we've got it there.
Well, no, I didn't go for any more commands and colors.
Yeah, I got to make sure somebody likes it before you're. Although
Yeah.
you need to play it with a solo just to play it around.
I want to play with it. But that expansion, I think the expansion they're reprinting, number 5, is the one that has the 2 balls.
Oh, that's the epics. Yeah, that's the epics. I got that so me and Natalie can knock out some seriously epic Spartan battles. So.
Yeah, I've ordered the Banish All Their Fears. And of course, the new Fields of Fire. Mullered my counters in the.
Did you get the actual one and not the up? You got the actual one, not the update kit, right? You reordered.
I've ordered the whole. Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
What do you call it? The deluxe edition, not the update kit.
Yep. I just got. I just got the update.
I've got the update. Yeah, I've got.
I have a.
If what I might do, I'm not promising. What I might do is give that away one day when we do a game thing, if they don't mind. Ruck's stop sign counters,
Oh, Norman Conquest! I'm looking forward to that one. I know that's getting close.
Oh, it's the Men of Iron one.
Yes. Yep. I know the developer and a lot of the playtesters.
All right. You're off
just
again.
Just saying that they're really. They're having a lot of fun with it. So
I'll make sure. What I'm looking forward to as well is the
Prime Minister. There, I'm going for.
Yeah, I've got that as well because
I do too.
But I'm looking forward to the Battles of the American Revolution mini games they're bringing out. They're bringing out smaller battles, mini boars or something they're called.
Yeah, and then there's like some Plum Island horror game. Don't get that.
Yeah, no, I leave it when I see
it's
it.
by that Lootman guy.
Lootman, yeah.
Lootman,
no, that's
Hermit, Lootman, and then some sub game named Wolfpack. I have no idea about at all.
No, it's not going to happen.
Oh, interesting. I hadn't noticed that one. The Last 100 Yards volume for the Russian front.
Yes.
Oh, I don't have any of them.
But you've got to have. I think you've got to have.
Is that an expansion or is that?
I'm not sure if you've got to have some of the others. Have the first. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I think they are. I think they are reprinting them.
Yeah. The only other one I got there is Congress of Vienna. I've got as well.
No,
yeah. So the second printing came out. It was
Yeah.
But
I don't know
I
whether
think that one just came out. The second printing of that one, and then they had the mission packs as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm ahhing about that. Must admit.
Somebody recommended it to me.
I've got it because I've got the others. So and maybe next year I'll give it a go.
Yeah, so I don't know if that Russian front one is vaguely interests me. I'm not sure why the others don't, but that one.
Solomon Islands doesn't interest me, but the other ones kind of do. Yeah.
I'm quite fickle like that, I'm afraid.
Well, that expansion that they brought out isn't a standalone, is it? That
that one is the mission pack.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's not. But like the Solomons, the Airborne, you don't need this.
No, they're standalone. And the Solomon Islands, that's standalone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So presumably the Russian front might be standalone. So I might. Nice, Tim. Expansion didn't finish the game. Equals didn't finish. Nice.
I'm looking forward to Panzer North Africa. That's going to be a mega box.
I'm looking for this one, the North Africa 41.
Yeah, as well. Yeah, I've got that as well.
Yes, I think that might get me into the African front. There's your Red Dust Rebellion.
Cole says you need to buy the whole load.
You've got to play. You've got to get 1 and 2, which
Players
is
the volumes 1 and 2 to play the Russian module.
Yeah,
mission 1 pack.
Lovely.
Hold on, let's go into it. Let's go ahead and take a look.
That's a lot of money.
Russian front.
It says volume 4 though, rather
it's the same price as a full one.
Yeah, look.
Yeah.
Thus, must own volumes 1 and 2 to play Mushroom. Okay, yeah. So that one is
Yeah.
okay.
Never mind then.
And probably what it is all you need is like the counters, the
Yeah. But yeah.
yeah. Expansion, eat and dessert after you already ate too much pasta for dinner. Amen to that one. Oh,
Is he trying to be rude?
see, this one right
Too
here,
much
this
dessert?
Indian
No?
one.
Expansion?
I've ordered that because it's not coin; it's something slightly different.
Mhm.
It's the first in the
First one in the
series.
series, yeah. But I think the topic interests me more than
Yeah,
anything. I've
yeah.
really got an interest in like ancient India.
Well,
I
I
don't
know
really care
nothing-
too much
no,
about it with the Brits there, but ancient is
No,
really
but
cool.
I know nothing about it, so I thought, oh,
Yeah.
opportunity to find out.
Mhm.
Beer
And
Mart
I know
was
this is
bucket
in
as
final
well.
art, and I do recommend this game very highly. The Wolf Pack. If you're curious, you can watch my videos with the designer Mike Berticelli.
Never heard of it.
Oh, Tim's late. Oh, okay. You know what?
Very
You know
late.
what? Thanks for showing up. I appreciate it. And
He's missed all
thumbs
the
up
good
to you.
stuff.
You're going to go and stand in the virtual corner, I'm afraid.
He's missed all the growler talk,
Yeah.
so
Oh, and then
Yeah.
this one right here,
What's
the
that?
3-pack, the made to cut.
oh yeah, we got that.
Yes, American Revolution tri-pack.
Yeah.
I think I own one of those games, and I'm like, forget it. Let's order it because it's going to be a mounted board, and
Mounted,
it's going to
yeah.
be good. It's going to be good. So
And
these
the
are all
away
made-
team
there's-
as well. I'm looking forward to Mr. Butterfield's space game.
Away team.
Is this so this is the one by our resident this is Stigler. Yep.
Yeah, I'm afraid,
It's Stigler's
Steve, I've
game.
ordered that as well, so it better be good. All
Yeah.
right.
I've ordered 15 of them.
But what he says, I think what it is, it's smaller things to get people into the system. It's
Yeah,
not,
yep.
so
Yeah, smaller battles. It
that's
literally
why I'm
says
looking
it-
forward to it, to get you
featuring
into
smaller
it.
battles. I've got this one on order. This one, China's War, Comancheria. For those that want to pick that one up, I think I recommend it
good
very
game.
highly, and I think Tweez, you
Please
recommend it
play
very
it.
highly.
Yeah,
too.
like it doesn't.
Yeah,
It doesn't
Bloody impossible to
ring
win.
me
But
bells.
yeah,
That
it's
one, I'm
good.
afraid.
That's not a game you win. That's a game you survive. That's the best way I can describe it. If you make it to the
No,
end, you technically win. To me,
Yeah, you don't survive.
Yeah,
I've-
we've got the
I've
old
never-
fighting formations because they're not reprinting
Never got anywhere
the
near it.
other one.
Berticelli showed me this, and I'm excited about it.
He's
by
a
the way.
big fan, and
Yeah.
Yes.
they're not reprinting the first sort of volume of
I
it,
don't-
are they? You can
I
get the
don't know if they
expansion,
do.
but not the first one.
Okay, and then we
Armed
have
Forty, yeah.
Alexander, yeah.
yep.
Alexander got that.
Yeah, I've already got that one, that edition.
I haven't
Henry,
got that
this is another Levian campaign, Agincourt campaign.
one. Yeah, no, I'm not going down that rabbit hole. No,
Mhm.
no, behave.
Oh, Stigler says that one is billed as a starter kit of sorts
Yeah,
for
and
GBACW.
that's why
I'm looking forward to that one just
I
because
know I've played it. Yeah, I know I've played it with Tweez, but it's nice because when you get Death Valley out, it's like, wow, what do I do? What do I start? So yeah, I'm hoping that will be nice to get me into it, so I can play a few.
And I've watched Stigler's videos on how to play. He does a great job with it. So if he goes into this with that type of mind frame, that's
Well,
gonna be great.
unfortunately, that's why I decided to get it in the sale because of Stigler
Mhm.
Rotter, and then playing
Not
it
because-
with Tweez, it was great. Yeah,
So
Hoplite.
not because of me then. Not
No,
because of me
you
then.
came later. All right, don't get the ump. I didn't know you then. All right, we weren't
Okay.
an item, so shush. Hoplite, I'm looking forward to. Purely, don't look so sad. Purely because
Yeah,
of the way it
do,
moves.
yeah.
It's a different game completely, isn't it?
Yep. Stigler agrees it's always his fault. So
Yeah, of course it is.
if you're ever
Uh,
married, you get that line. By the way.
Yeah.
No, I've got I Napoleon. I've signed up to I Napoleon.
Yes, I think that's a sort of RPG type game, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a solo
Yeah.
solitaire game too.
Yeah. In the Shadows
I-
I've ordered as well. That looked
I
fun.
have not seen this one. Why did I not pick this one up?
Yeah, there was a Clash of Arms game from about 20 years ago, which kind of had a similar theme.
But
Never
it's a
picked it up,
solo
though.
game, so I thought might get me
Yeah.
into Napoleonics.
Yeah, I might have to get that one. That one looks really, really cool.
In the Shadows is a a game because I
French Resistance game. Yeah, 1 to 2
went
players.
on the there was a con, a virtual con. I think it's the one
Mhm.
that Liberty and Death Man organizes. Harold, yeah, and the
Harold?
designer, the designer was on explaining the game, and I was asking questions. It was, and I thought, yeah, that looks quite good fun. And Infernal Machine, just because it's Jerry, Mr. White, about American Civil War submarines. Got to have that. It's bonkers.
And they
Got
were.
my buddy Mitch is Next
Yeah,
War
I'm
Iran.
afraid. Yes.
Yes.
I love that. I do love that series, by the way. That I do love it. It's
Yeah,
it's
got
a
the
lot of fun.
supplement, even though I probably don't need it.
Yeah.
Because Mitch says,
Yeah.
yeah, you got to get it, so I'll get it. So
Yeah, I've got a beef about the supplement. I've only got Vietnam because I didn't really get into the series until Vietnam came out, and I bought all the supplements that there are, and there's not much for Vietnam in any of them.
no, it's
Well,
but-
Vietnam's the most recent one too. So
Yeah, I
you
know, but I
So
thought there'd be a kind of compensation, in the sort of latest ones, or there'd be some sort of
I'm
back.
still waiting for this one to come out.
What? Yes, I am yearning for that to come out.
The
Now-
Boys Are 10. I've had this on my P500 for 10 years now.
Now, Kev is waiting for that as well. But then when I said I've got Operation Dauntless, he went, "What you got that for?"
Oh,
It's the same system. Okay, it's a slightly dumbed down system, but it's the sister game to Operation Dauntless.
have you gotten that on your channel yet? Operation Dauntless.
No, it's a cracking.
Dude, it
It's
looks
a
fun.
cracking.
Yeah, it's big hexes
Yeah,
from what
I've
I
got a
saw
copy.
today.
I got a copy. Yeah, I actually sold my Red Winter. I got it originally on P500. And
I'd love to
sold
get it.
off.
And Space Empires, the last expansion for that.
I did that as well. Space Empires. P500 did that and sold it on. So
Oh, you rotter!
I've got no
Unconditional
taste.
surrender?
I'm just complete tasteless.
Yeah, the Western campaigns look nice because it uses the system, but it's smaller maps.
But I've also ordered the
The actual,
yeah, and that one. That's Mr. Thompson, the best looking game designer on the planet. Yeah,
the Jing He,
Yeah.
which I know I mispronounced that. I know it's not even like that if I remember right. Latour says Operation Dauntless 4 thumbs up.
yeah, he loves it. Yeah,
Yeah.
he gets so much in that game, so much, extra stuff. Sort of designer.
I'm
notes.
surprised this is only at 300.
What?
The Combat Commander
Which one?
packet. The
Yeah. Well, I think
European
most
Master
people
Edition.
got it who have got it. Yeah. And
Yeah, I've got almost the whole set. So
yeah.
and I haven't
Well,
touched it
people
for
have been-
years. So.
Well, here's the thing. I wonder if is
Again,
there
no
still
taste.
the P500 for the individual games?
they're doing it one time only.
Yeah.
So if you've got one, you're not going to order the double pack, are you? So
Yeah. So some of these people need to cancel out of this one and go over to the other one. Is probably
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
thinking.
'cause if
Or
you've
they're
got
combining
that-
it all together.
if you've got that,
So-
you only want the Mediterranean one, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't got
Yeah, but
any,
it doesn't include the Pacific one, though, does it? It's only Mediterranean.
That's
and
a that's a
Europe,
that's a totally different title, and you can get the Pacific if I remember right.
Oh, you can still get it. Okay, all right.
Yeah. Cole says Red Winter is
Yeah.
probably my favorite
and
game.
if Cole,
Really good replayability.
Yeah. I can't wait for it.
By the way, have you guys seen the new channel, the Salt Lamp Gaming?
Yeah, I've seen. Well, yeah. I've seen him. Yeah,
Yeah, have you subscribed? Okay.
No,
yeah. Of course.
My subscription list is getting too long.
I know it's like hundreds.
I'm like, I don't even bother looking at it. I just subscribe because if I need to if I need a channel, I'll just Google or just search for it and I get to it. So this one I want to get for me and Natalie to play the the Peloponnesian War. It's solitaire, but it says enhanced 1 to 2 player. I
But
wanna
what you
see
do
what
is
every-
when you swap sides, don't you, all the
Yeah.
time?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, at certain points, depending on if you're winning or not. Yeah. So I want to get it, but it says 1 or 2 player, and I'm kind of curious if anybody's played it 2 player.
No.
And if it's any
have
good.
you played Nevsky yet?
No, I have not. I need to.
No.
I really want to get in that.
Because
series.
I hope you hate
got
it
them.
because I don't want you to like it because they're doing a reprint of that's the first one, isn't it?
I'm up. Yeah, I've got the update kit because there's a few things,
Ah.
and I was thinking about waiting, but I don't know if that's really an issue.
No, they're reprinting Dark Summer. Oh, right. Didn't realise that.
Yeah, it's only got 45 copies of it, so it's probably relatively new. But
I'm surprised
Yeah.
the Hunters hasn't made it yet because that's such a popular game.
yeah, it's
The,
funny because it gets hot and heavy for a while there, and everyone's like, "Where is it? Where is it?" And then you just don't hear anything about it. So maybe we should put it back on the channel.
What's that?
The one thing I recently signed up to is MMP's Storm over Jerusalem.
Yeah. Oh, let's pull that
It's
up.
coming
'cause
out, coming out
yeah.
very soon, apparently in March.
Let's see here.
And it's
There's
March.
actually MMP's finally starting to get some stuff that's not ASL, like pre-orders and stuff or it's not $100 bazillion.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's one
Yeah.
of my problems.
Like
A
it's
lot
in
of
a
their
box the size of this table,
stuff- Yeah,
It's,
exactly.
Yeah, Greatest Day. Oh. Well, they got
Yeah.
Greatest Day Utah. It's just
Yeah.
pre-order
This
on the
Goose
second
Green,
mortgage.
I've got the $24. I'll give TCS a try.
Do you know what?
Yeah,
For
I've
24,
signed that up.
I'm gonna. I mean, I've got a couple of TCS, and I've got to get into it.
Yeah.
The Ardennes 2, which is a SES title.
SES. Yeah. Not my thing. But,
Mm.
So GTS,
Yeah,
this is a one mapper GTS game. It's the magazine too. So it'll be interesting. I've got this on order because I swear a lot of those GTS games, they're awesome, but they're just so big. And even just doing small scenarios, you're not really feeling the series as much as you could. So I'm hoping that this takes care of that. Let's see here.
Yeah, onto Richmond. I had the original onto Richmond. The
GCSEW. Yeah, this
That's
one they added more.
big game.
Yeah,
It's a cool game.
That's
It's
a big price too.
Yeah,
It's a big game.
There it is.
So this is the one you're talking about.
Yeah. So it's a reasonable cost.
Are you waiting? For
even
it to get
over here,
over
it wasn't that bad. I think it was about by 85 quid or something like that.
Oh right,
No, 76, I think, something like that, with pre-order discount here from Second Chance Games. So.
Yeah.
I remember playing the old Siege of Jerusalem, the old Avalon Hill, which was great but big. I mean, it was a big.
Well, this is
commitment
good.
playing
This is
that
only
game.
one map. So
But
that's
this,
kinda-
that was Hex. This is area movement.
It's quite solo friendly, isn't it?
Yeah. I think
There's no hidden movement.
no, I don't think so. No. But
there's a card deck though.
interesting.
That's the only thing. But
There
cards
is.
don't really bother me if I'm playing solo.
No,
So-
that's not. That
I'll
much
just get
into
in
it.
touch with Stuka and say, do another one of your BDG things, please. Yeah.
I think honestly, it's one of those things where it's they're like events and to help you out type thing. I
Yeah.
don't think it's like
No.
And the Warriors of England, this one I've got this one and I'm looking forward to this one as
I
well.
don't know.
Especially 44.
Oh, I didn't know about that. That's a good
Yeah,
price.
I did. This is the War of the Roses. I did this one
Yeah.
The War of the Roses was a 32-year conflict. I don't need to tell you guys that. You guys know
I
all
was
about that.
there.
You were there.
I gave him the horse, but it was a dead one. It wasn't a good one.
Yeah. So that I don't know about this. I don't know. I might wait to see when it comes out and watch a couple people play through to see if it's something I'd be interested in.
Because I know a little bit about this. The siege of Jerusalem with the Rome. It was a bit intense. Everybody was sorted out when everybody was killed.
Yeah. So, good Goose Green as well. You're right.
Yeah,
I
Goose
found out
Green. Yeah,
Goose
that's
Green
got
as
to be
well.
worth.
Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely. See if they got a Colonel H. Jones counter, that'll be BC.
I'm just looking forward to it. I was just reading an article that apparently Argentinian Argentina's backed off of whatever agreement you guys had
Mhm.
just recently, and they're
Yeah.
talking about we want to take it again, even though 99.8% of the entire population voted to be part of the UK.
Yeah. I think they stated that they are ready to negotiate again. The
Okay.
Argentinians are, and I think the British Foreign Secretary's kind of basically said, "Well, we're not."
No, yeah, move along. Nothing to see here. You know.
So yes,
Yeah.
I think it was a fairly.
Oh,
Pretty
yeah,
brief answer.
yeah. And you get mad at Wilford GM for his World War II joke, and you said you were in the the War of the Roses. So yeah,
Well, before you said it, Will. That's all I'm saying. You know.
Yeah. I'm in period for GCAW. Or yeah, that's the only problem.
Which is
You
why
know.
I've put my vote in for Great Battles. You know.
Mm-hmm. Well, they're different,
I know they're
totally
completely
different systems.
I love the maps though on the campaigns.
Yes, the
beautiful.
campaign,
Yeah.
because it's operational, not tactical. And with tactical, so
And
they do have a
the On to Richmond game has got the whole coastline, so it's all lovely, crinkly, and different
Yeah.
sort of shades of the water as it sort of gets darker blue as you get further out from the coast and things. It's great.
Even when you're sort of moving, there's things that happen, fatigue, and that as you move, moving along. Yeah. So
yeah, no, it's a great system.
it looks. I don't stop.
It's a great solo. You can solitaire because literally, you put the marker on and you're done. Like you do your thing, you put the fatigue marker on, and you're done. And you can walk away, and you're not waiting for something unless a stupid cat comes up and decides to swipe it all over.
Oh, jeez! I can hear it meowing outside.
Oh! Did you guys see Artie's like public service announcement about arguing about what happened at their with their Atlantic Wall or whatever it was? Yeah. Somebody bumped their tweezers and knocked over a whole line.
Yes.
I was like,
oh yes.
I think I held my breath. Yeah, Stigler's like, no. I saw that. I'm like, he's like, this did happen. This is a recreation of what really happened. And I'm like, oh my God. Because it took him a day.
Which is a good reason not to play those games with 3-inch high stacks of counters.
Yeah, I think I saw that on Twitter and I replied, that wasn't me.
Yeah.
Weren't me.
And Stig replied, he said it wouldn't have happened on Vassal.
Touche.
Yeah, Counter-Mageddon. Yeah.
Yeah, crazy.
Did any of you guys watch?
No, I've not seen Artie's. No, I've not seen it yet.
I haven't either.
No,
I don't have this nostalgia for SPI. Mainly, I think. Vassal.
Yeah.
I don't have this nostalgia for SPI because I never played them when I was younger. So, like, I could care less about old SPI titles, especially when I see them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm older than you, but at the time I was an Avalon Hill person. I didn't have much SPI. I think I had like Star Soldier and a couple of other games, but it was mainly Avalon Hill for me. So
I like.
I never did most.
He's not that young.
I like Stigler.
I wasn't into war games, but I knew they were around, and But I've got a fondness for victory games. My one. You're either Avalon Hill.
To me,
yeah, me too.
Oh, after I played Mosby's Raiders, I loved that game.
Yeah, they're great.
That was a great game. I enjoyed that one. I played I actually won it, so I was like,
mind you, I'm gonna have to play it. I think Sea Lion is
Sea
Lion is an SPI one, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, I need to play that. I love the maps. I love those maps. The old.
With Victory Games, just doing a shameless plug for my channel. I've got some recordings of Flashpoint Golan, Mark Herman's game from the early 90s. So have a look at that. It's a Victory Games.
I won't disagree with Stig on this, that some of the games with respect to today, they actually, and I think a lot of it's because of the playtesting they actually did back then. They actually did
and it was a different time and different things, and it was pushing the envelope and all that nonsense.
Wilford GM said he missed out on SPI because he was an AH and SJG. I don't know what SJG is.
Steve
That
Jackson,
artwork show is epic. The stories.
Steve Jackson.
Yeah.
Steve Jackson.
Oh, Steve Jackson games. Gotcha. Yeah, that makes it. Ogre. That's
yeah,
right.
all
That's
that.
right.
Yeah. He's the pronunciation police.
Yes, you did. You
Hi,
did.
hi, matey. No.
See now, okay. Now you guys, hey, are
What was
getting
that one
curious.
you played? You played an old game, wasn't it? An SPI one?
No, I've only the old ones I've played. I played Victory Games, which was a Mosby's Raiders,
No.
and Fortress Europa, which was an AH game.
And you played another old game. Do I have to go and look on your channel?
Oh my
Do we get 20? Do we get 20 questions?
I'm trying to think what other
You
old game
quite
I would have
enjoyed
played.
it. I can't remember. Oh dear, oh Lord, hold on. It's probably right. It's probably miles away.
SPI wasn't known for thorough play test after
It
there.
might not have been SPI, but it was an old game.
I know it wasn't SPI. I know that.
I'm trying to find. I probably can't find it now. It was before. Oh, Case Green. Oh no.
That was Strategy and Tactics.
right, but it was an old game, yeah.
Yeah. That was from the 90s. Yeah. That was a great game. That's a great game. Love that. That was a fun game. That was the one where I played like 4 or 5 turns like full, and then I did AARs for the rest of them just because I could just enjoy the game then, and then just make notes about it, enjoy it that way. So, yep.
But yeah, I've got to get Sea Lion
Yeah.
out. It looks. I know people poo-poo it, but again, I always remember my my dad buying it, and yeah, and I've got a copy. So
I've got the. Go ahead.
Sorry, you go. I used to have the GMT game on that. Britain Stands Alone. It was wasn't that keen on it, to be honest.
I have the Command and Colors expansion for Sea Lion. Not Command and Colors, Combat Commander. Sorry, Combat Commander.
I knew that's what you meant. I knew
Sorry,
that's
sorry,
what you meant. I thought blocks. No.
No, I've got the.
So
got the
assuming a
Combat
reverse Trafalgar, was it, or something?
Yeah.
Reverse Trafalgar, yeah. Holy cow!
a lot of it has to do with the fascists
history.
in England at the time, setting up stuff. So I was gonna say black shirts, but I know that's not what it is. They're a different color shirt, but I can't remember.
No, they were
What
black.
that's what's Mosley.
Yeah.
You're talking about Mosley, yeah?
Yeah.
please.
One of the
Black
two of the
shirts, yeah.
scenarios has to do with that. Yeah. Who did
Yeah,
that? Patrick, Tactics and Tutorials, did a scenario from that expansion, and it was the Brits versus the fascist Brits.
Yeah, I've got to play it just cause, because it's from my past. So I've just got to play it, even if it's not, what's his name? Jonathan. Thingy did a playthrough of it. I can't remember his name. Very quietly.
Actually, Tim makes a good point there. Sorcerer, SPI Sorcerer was fun. It was would be absolutely useless for you, Ruff, because it was all multicolored. It was like it's all different primary colours on the board.
That map was.
But it was
bonkers,
it was a good it was a good knockabout game, that actually.
Yeah.
I remember. I did have a copy of that. Yes, it was SPI. You're quite right.
He does say it's a fair assessment. It was hit or miss. For every classic, there was a stinker.
Yeah,
I think most game companies are that way,
I'm
though.
not sure
Honestly,
if Victory Games had many stinkers, did they? I know
That's true.
Avalon Hill may have had a few because they did some sort of like mind game things and that sort of maths games and that, didn't they?
Yeah.
But yeah, I tell you, who's a big SPI fan? John Krantz.
Yeah.
He's a massive SPI fan.
Yep. So what's interesting is one thing I was before we wrapping up here, because we're almost at 2 hours. I don't know how that happened.
No.
2 hours with no topic.
Yeah, just yakking.
How bad is that? How good is that? No
And
topic.
getting heckled from
getting heckled.
yeah.
But I don't mind the heckling from these guys.
No, that's fine.
Oh, he does own an SPA game.
Oh, I did. Yes, I had
Oh, wow,
War of
the
the
old
Ring.
War of the Ring. Oh.
I had the one
I
in
didn't
the
realize
white.
that was an SPI.
I had the one in the white box. There was
Yeah,
one
there
in the
was.
white box, wasn't there? I had that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, you boater 66658's in. So hey, I didn't see you. So we're finishing up here.
You know what? You
Um,
both I actually had a copy of Invasion America, and that was actually very good as well. Damn. I keep saying I really didn't do anything much with SPI, and actually, yeah, everybody keeps quoting games and going,
You go,
actually,
yeah,
I did have that one.
yeah.
Yeah, I did have. That's a really good one. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Nerd, you've been on the
U-boaters,
show. You know how quickly this goes.
U-boaters in, and before we went live tonight, I was watching his video on the tactic and strategy Polish games, thinking for 24 euros each, I might get a couple, but the scenario booklets were in Polish, so I'm going to email them before I order and say, look, is everything English?
Thank you, Stigler. I
He's
appreciate
all right.
Stigler.
He's not too bad, is he? He's not too
Such a brown noser. Such a
Yeah.
brown noser.
Yeah. What's he trying to get on the show or something? What's he trying to do?
Yeah, probably.
I would have Stigler on the show. He cracks me up.
I would have Stig on the show. Yeah.
Yep.
He's a
I
man
wouldn't.
of much knowledge.
Not my
Yeah,
show.
I'm not going to do any more videos because it's coming out. Like probably the next couple months we'll have it. So I'm not going to do more videos till it actually comes out. So yeah, definitely. But hoping for the graphics. Oh, he's going to do Vassal.
Yeah,
mods
he's
for
going to
it.
be
Okay.
what do you call it? Scanning them for Vassal mods. Yeah.
Was this
For
your
which game?
reference? The strategy and tactics ones.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's U-boater.
Or
Yeah.
tactics and strategy. Sorry, tactics and strategies.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
You know, for 24 euros or 22 quid or $25, you know,
Yep.
they're not GMT. But the only problem is, of course, that the scenario booklets were in Polish, so not much help.
Did we ever discover what happened to the dog?
Whose dog?
that's my guinea pig. I have a dog and a guinea pig.
Don't you remember?
Honey, I shrunk the dog.
He's asking
What happened to the dog?
Oh,
They
You
have,
showed it straight
they have a
after.
language of their
Sorry.
own guinea pigs. They have
Yeah.
many vocal thingies guinea pigs do.
Yes, yeah. Guinea pigs are awesome. They squeak,
Yeah.
they jump, they hip, they growl, or not prowl, but yeah. There's a pig in the background. Yes.
And they're also eaten in Peru as a delicacy.
That is a strawberry flavored guinea pig. Oh yeah, and Natalie. Yeah. So, okay, guys, we are at 2 hours and 2 minutes. I don't know how that went that quickly, but
Yeah, blimey.
real quick.
Yeah.
Ruff, are you
Very
going to put any videos out this week?
Yes, I told you why I couldn't put one out because the fucking cat.
I know it's a fucking cat. I know.
Yes.
That's not an excuse anymore. Okay.
Hopefully that'll be out. And then I can sort of start planning an actual game. And then I can get onto something else. I want to do Tally Ho. I want to do Point Blank. I've got to do Spruance Leader as well. So lots to do. So yeah, watch this space.
Yeah, you mentioned a cat. I think you just scared the guinea pig.
Yeah.
This is literally the bravest guinea pig I've ever met. It went nose to nose with the terrier, with the Boston.
I'll
They,
tell you
like,
what, the cat
they
and the
nose to
dog,
nose.
they're sort of like tolerating each other. I thought they'd be at each other's throats, but they're tolerating each other. It's
Yep.
like, weird.
Tim says we need a state. He just went. That's his statement. I don't know what I don't speak guinea pig. Okay, Tweezers, what you got coming up?
I'm afraid not a great deal. No, I mean I'm still doing the Flashpoint Golan recordings and doing that, but it's very slow. And sorry, there's just loads on here, but hopefully I'll get another sort of impromptu live stream, something on the table. Me getting fed up with trying to get time and just go and sod it and do it.
Yeah.
God knows
I
what
know
it'll
that
be.
feeling. Mhm.
Yeah. So I'm not sure what it will be, but I hopefully at some point fairly shortly I'll be able to get back into the saddle and do some regular stuff and maybe some rough and blue stuff.
Yes,
Uh,
Yeah, you
one
guys
thing-
got to get back at it. You gotta get
Yeah,
back-
I just
We were
remembered.
thinking-
Actually, this Thursday, Friday, Saturday, this next week, I'm actually at Spring Alton Con, which is just down the road from me here near Basingstoke. So for 3 days and doing some stuff there. So I'll check in and do some videos from there, just letting people know what's going on there and stuff. So actually, yeah, I just remembered. So there will be stuff happening this week, which will be mostly that.
Good. No, it's
also if GMT get a vassal mod, we did discuss this briefly. We might get a Banish the Snakes. If we can, maybe on a rough. If they do a vassal mod, I'm not sure.
It's scheduled. I think they're working on it right now, from what I've read. So, we're having a fight over what type of fan the guinea pig was, either SPI or Worthington. I'll interrogate him later.
Flying Pig Games, surely. Flying Pig Games, surely.
Yeah. Oh, very droll. Very droll. Yes.
Seems
I got to go trim the guinea pig's nails, actually.
Oh,
guinea pig snails.
Yes, he needs his.
Oh, you mean nails? Oh, right.
Nails.
Yeah, claws, I guess.
Good luck.
I plan on doing some more live streaming with the Stuka Ace. I really had a lot of fun with that. So plan on seeing more of that, and I'm hoping to get something else. I have no idea, but I'm like you, Tweez. I've tried to schedule some time, and then when I have the time, I'm like, oh, I don't want to do it. So I just got it. That's why I think the live streams are pretty good, because you do it. You just hit play on the camera and just go for it.
Yeah, you're lucky you've got a setup. I mean, I've got to pull this table up here and get the stuff set up. So if I get to the other room, maybe, I would like to do live stream.
Yeah, well, the cat should the cat should push you a little bit quicker to get to the other room.
Oh, crikey. That's, no playthroughs this week because of the bloody cat.
Yeah, so. Okay, with that, everybody, have a great day.
Thank you all.
And Wednesday, we've got we're on Not Jay's show on Wednesday. That's this Wednesday, isn't it? Yeah, that is this Wednesday. We'll be on Not Jay's channel.
Yeah, and the miserable old man will be back next Saturday. Okay. Really thanks to everyone for coming.
Yeah, thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. It was a lot of fun, and we'll see everybody later.
Yeah.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Cheerio.